The Honourable Trevor Khan.
Thank you, Mr. President. My question is directed to the Minister for Primary Industries, Minister for Regional Water and Minister for Trade and Industry. Could the Minister update the House on Landcare groups in New South Wales and their contribution to local communities around the state?
That's a little bit chilly in here. Mr. President, members may recall that in the 2015 election campaign, my colleague Troy Grant announced an additional $15 million for Landcare in New South Wales, along with other new money for biodiversity protection and enhancement. On Monday, the Parliamentary Friends of Landcare travelled to the Coal Loader Centre for Sustainability. This area on Sydney's lower North Shore is being transformed from an industrial zone into green space that showcases sustainable environmental practices. Many of us are well connected with our local Landcare or Bushcare groups, but this was the first opportunity for the Parliamentary Friends to take part in an on-site activity. The purpose of the event was to celebrate a remarkable city-country partnership. For the past 17 years, Bushcare volunteers from North Sydney have made an annual trip to the farming community of Boorowa near Young. In that time, they've planted more than 50,000 trees, restoring critical habitats and building strong bonds between city and country communities. This week, in their first reciprocal visit, Boorowa came to North Sydney. On board the coach were 50 school children, teachers, farmers and Landcare members. They came to thank the North Sydney volunteers, cement their partnership and help revegetate this special part of Sydney. The Parliamentary Friends of Landcare were on hand to show their support and continue the bipartisan tradition that has existed since the Landcare movement started nearly 30 years ago. Landcare in New South Wales is undergoing a revival. With the new funding from the New South Wales Government, a network of 66 part-time local Landcare coordinators have been engaged. Supported by Landcare New South Wales and local land services, Landcare organisations are receiving training, tools, information and advisory services. An example of the innovation we are seeing includes the development of a new statewide insurance system that gives groups access to less expensive but better options for cover. In the Western region, interest in Landcare had dwindled and groups were in survival mode. Some hadn't met for several years and some were down from 40 active members to just 5 people. The new Landcare coordinator rang every property in one district, and as a result the Pine Creek Area Range Care Group held its first meeting in 3 years, attended by 15 people. Pine Creek has subsequently expanded its list to include many properties previously not engaged. In Broken Hill, the local coordinator reached out to school and community groups. The re-energised group has a younger membership and is attracting new funding. Mr. President, these are just 2 examples. There are hundreds of case studies from around the state where Landcare groups are forming, reforming, reorganising and delivering new projects. A strong Landcare movement means we will see even more farmers undertaking projects on their properties to deliver conservation outcomes. This support program was co-designed by government and the community and is a great example of what can be achieved when we work together. The state's peak body of Landcare New South Wales has made good progress in establishing the foundations for Landcare to diversify its funding sources. All levels of government are crucial partners for Landcare, but new funding sources must be identified. I congratulate all of those involved in this initiative and look forward to seeing more opportunities for the Parliamentary Friends of Landcare to show their support. A notice went around last week inviting members to join our or renew their membership of the Parliamentary Friendship Group, and I encourage all members to do that. Mr. President, what is pleasing is that there is a large number of members from every side of this House that are supporting the Parliamentary Friends, but also Landcare in general. I congratulate all members, Landcare, Rob Delhunty and his organisation. This is a win-win.
Mr. President.